actually doing a worksheet and using addition and subtraction to solve equations with models. Remember that black is positive and white is negative, and the long bars are x. So let's go through and I'm going to explain what they did for the two examples. So I have x plus 3 equals 8. So this is x, 3 positive equals 8. And remember, to get rid of these 3 positive blocks, they have to put in 3 negative blocks to get the 0 for these to be 0. So we're left with just x. And if we do it to one side, we have to do it to the other. So that's why there's -3 on both sides. When we subtract 3 from 8, remember these cross each other out. So these 3 will cross those 3 out. I'm left with just 5 blocks. And that's how they get x is 5. Then they say check your answer. Put in 5 for 8. And when we have these 5 plus these 3, it equals 8. Now I want to show you what it looks like when we have to subtract. So now we have -2, that's why there's 2 white blocks. And to get that -2, to cancel that -2, we have to add a +2. And if we do it to one side, we have to do it to the other. So that's why they add 2 to both sides. I'm left with just x on the left-hand side because these cancel each other out. And then I add up my blocks on the other side because I have no blocks to cancel out. I'm left with x equals 7. So let's check this out. If we put in 7 for x, and I get 7 minus 2, that's going to give me 5 because these 2 blocks will cancel out these 2, and I'm left with just 5 blocks. So that's how they show you to do number 1. Number 2, that's what they want you to do too. So they want you to write out the equation and then solve for it. 3, they show you without the numbers. And so I'm going to show you number 9 how to solve without the block. So I have -6. So if I have -6, to get rid of that, I have to add 6. If I add 6 to one side, I have to add 6 to the other. So on the left-hand side, these 6's cancel each other out, so I'm left with just x. And I have -2 plus 6. And I know that is 4 because the signs are different, so I subtract. But let's say you're not ready for this step and you still need the blocks. So let's put in the blocks. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a positive x equals -2. And to get rid of that negative, I have to use positive blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, I know that these cancel each other out, and these cancel each other out, so I'm left with just 4 blocks.